Thank you. We'll try to keep this brief, and you're fortunate because I've been talking all day at sessions and the President's Forum, which was held today. But I do want, to take this opportunity to thank all of you who are here from the ISU family. Yay! All of you who are here as guests of the ISU family. Yay! This has been an exciting year for ISU. We have not only had the largest SSP since the creation of the master's degree at NASA Ames, but we've also launched the Executive MBA program, a successful launch in spite of not exactly the world's best economy for getting a new program launched. We are excited about that program, which will have its second module on the Isle of Man in November, and Tim Crane is here representing the Isle of Man government. We'll then move on to Colorado Springs for the third module in March. Fourth module will be in Washington, D.C., and the fifth module back to Europe for a kind of moving case study from Paris to Luxembourg to Strasbourg in graduation. In fact, it is something of an allegory of ISU's life that you would end a program like that with a moving case study, because ISU is on the move. It is doing some extraordinarily interesting things. Its laboratories are fuller and fuller. Its student body is actually growing. The number of student weeks that we serve has been steadily increasing for the last 5 years, and last year, in spite of the recession, it continued to increase because we offer a wide variety of programs that many of you have benefited from, programs which many of your colleagues have benefited from, and new programs that are out there for the next generation, some of whom will be part of your generation. It's also exciting to be able to report to you that the long-standing efforts that ISU has been making to gain financial stability are moving forward and moving forward effectively. We have significantly improved the financial health of the institution over the last few years. Many of you remember my telling you in 2005 that the banks had told us they were just tired of lending us money for the cash flow problems of March and April of every year. Well, in fact, last year the banks began complaining again. We're not borrowing any money, and they don't understand why. Well, the fact of the matter is we have gotten to this point of strength on the foundation of several critical pillars. We have some extraordinary loyal sponsors. The European Space Agency continues to be the largest. NASA, a major sponsor. CNES, a major sponsor. The Canadian Space Agency, a major sponsor. We have significant help from the German Space Agency, from the Japanese, from the Dutch, from the Belgian, from the Norwegian.
Too much money.
What is happening here is that where once we had one or two organizations paying all the bills, now we have a number of those paying less than they used to, but feeling a part of a team. Hopefully you hear a theme here. We put you through teamwork, and we finally started recognizing that the financial base of ISU needed also to be teamwork. We've also seen good response from the alumni scholarship appeal every year. As more and more alumni come to support that fund, there are now 2,900 of you around the world who are available to join in that fund. We get to be more and more capable of bringing people from countries who've either never been at ISU or who could never dream of going to ISU if it weren't for the fact that we had scholarship funds. So many of you in this room have been part of that fund. I thank you for being a part of it. If you haven't been a part of it and you'd like to get started, frankly, I'll take gifts from €5 right on up to a couple of million. If you talk to me, I can probably arrange to take more than a couple of million. The fact is, even a €5 gift makes a difference. Makes a difference because when I go to a foundation and say I'd like their help, they ask me what proportion of your board is giving, what proportion of your alumni are giving. And in fact, our board last year was 94% of the board were personal contributors to the fund, and the one who wasn't was in the hospital at the time that we sent out the appeal. So, you know, I offered to slip something in, but my accountant said that wouldn't be legal. So, in any event, that support is important. But there's another kind of support that is extraordinarily important from the alumni of this school. And that is every year the proportion of people entering our programs who say that they heard about ISU from an alumnus of ISU is going up. When you reach out to somebody who ought to be in this school, tell them why they ought to be in this school, and then follow up to make sure that they get their information to Nassim Beauvais and apply to be in this school, you make a major impact, not only on the strength and health of ISU, but increasingly on the strength and health of the space sector. So I thank you for that. And lastly, of course, I thank you for the fact that through the quality of the work you're doing in the space sector, we get feedback on a regular basis that some kind of alchemy is underfoot at ISU, where the people who come through this experience are making a very positive impact on a space sector that needs people who are skilled in disciplines and skilled in bridging disciplines. You know what we told you while you were students, that you had to know your subject matter in great depth and you had to respect the subject matter of others in great depth, because to deal with the problems that are being presented to the space sector today and the incredible missions and challenges developing, you needed to be a great communicator among very bright people. Evidently, you are mastering that. We are hearing good reports. We have an increasing number of employers asking for interns, asking for ISU graduates. I ask you to keep that effort up, to maintain the loyalty to the school, to keep plugging us with information, to know you can follow us even on Twitter now. I'm out there under ISU_tweet, so you can find all the alpha thoughts of the moment that might relate directly to ISU. And to recognize that since the various earliest days of ISU, we have wanted to have the kind of impact in the number of countries that we are now having. We have that impact because we have worked hard, because you have worked hard, and because the quality of your work has earned us a reputation that we are proud to share with you. Thank you very much for being here. Keep sending us good people, and I tell you, if you get that letter this year, at least €5, gang. I want a percentage of over 20% giving this year, and I'll need your help to do it.
You got a PayPal button on the website?
Do it. We have a PayPal button, and we also, I think, have a Network for Good button. So, there you go. I've been asked to see whether we could check the number of years that are represented.
88.
So, okay, how many 88? 89.
89.
90.
90.
All right, 91.
91.
No, not your age, Jim. 92.
92.
93. 94. Do I hear 95? 96. 97.
Yeah!
98. 99. Well, there was a problem between 99 and 2000. 2001. 2002. 2003. 2004. 2005. 2006. 2007. 2008. 2009. Signed up for 2010.